Good evening, guys, and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. I feel so good, guys. I got so much stuff done today. I actually wasn't up insanely early. I woke up like around, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I sort of just laid in bed until about 10 o'clock. I think it was actually maybe a little before that, like 9:30 or something like that. And so I was up, like I said, pretty early. I got dishes done. I got laundry done for today. I edited 3 vlogs because I only edited 1 yesterday, so I sort of played a little catch up today and did that. I didn't upload any because I only had the 1 edited. So I will do just like 4 of them tomorrow. And then I also ended up, well, I was actually waiting for the last one because I finished editing the second one. I was like, I'm gonna edit one more once I'm done in the shower, but I took a shower really early. Like it's actually midnight right now and I'm literally ready for bed. I'm just going to put my computer away and then go hop in bed. But I took a shower early, so I finished that second one and then took a shower and then ended up editing the last one. And while I was doing that, I was actually going over my grocery list and was like, oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday, because my dad was home on Monday, so I was sort of thrown off thinking like today was actually only Wednesday. You know, just like mentally, like I said, normally like the things that I get in order. So I was like, oh well, today's, you know, Wednesday, I can work on my grocery list maybe a little today and then finish it tomorrow. And I was like, wait, no, it's Thursday, like we're gonna go to the store tomorrow, probably to Valley Produce and Caputo's and then to Jewel and Aldi on Saturday. And so like I was saying, I was, you know, planning on sort of, you know, like doing my list actually tomorrow. And then when I realized it was actually Thursday and tomorrow was Friday, I realized I had to do that today. So I ended up finishing doing that, and I made my list for those stores. So I have all of that done. I actually like remembered all the little things too that I like. It's so weird. I remember all the little things like throughout the week where I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm almost out of like guacamole cups. Normally I make myself quesadillas and I always add the little guacamole cups that I get from Aldi to it. And so I think I only have maybe 2 left, and I was like, oh, I should probably get another package because I've been actually eating those a lot recently. So I was like, oh yeah, I have to get another, you know, package of those. I remember to put those on my list. Matthew asked for almond milk for his like shakes, like his protein shakes. I remember to put that on the list. And then I saw that bell peppers were on sale at both the grocery stores at or at Valley Produce. They're on sale, so I was like, I'm gonna get some of those. I'm gonna get some hummus from Aldi because I really like to eat the like bell peppers with hummus, so I'm gonna get some of those as well. And like I said, hummus. And then I think that was sort of it. But like I said, there was a couple other little things that I was like, oh yeah, I can't forget we need that. And I actually remembered all this stuff. Like I said, I'm really bad about like making a list like during the week and being like, oh, we're out of that, or oh, we need that, you know, like to grab, you know, milk or something like that, you know, whatever. But I will forget a lot of times actually during the week. I will be really bad about forgetting it during the week, you know, and forgetting to add it to like a list or something like that. And then when I go to make my list again, totally forget what it was that we needed. Remember, once we get back from the grocery store, I was like, oh yeah, we needed that. Like when I'm putting the groceries away, it's like, oh, now it's too late. I took a shower early already. Like I'm all ready for bed too. I felt so good too because like I got all kinds of stuff done that I needed to for today. Like I finished doing I also watered all the plants today, which was fine. Like all of the potted plants, the window boxes, stuff like that, those almost have to be watered a lot of times every single day. But I ended up watering the vegetable garden because I didn't do it yesterday. And normally, again, like with the wood chips and all that kind of stuff that we put down, normally it doesn't really need to be watered every day. It can be like every other day it can be watered, and it's normally pretty good. But I didn't water it yesterday, so my dad was like, are you gonna water it today? And I was like, I guess. And this was like later in the afternoon, and I was like, and the reason too was because like early in the week it was actually pretty cold. Like not freezing cold, but like only like 70, so it wasn't like it was like 90 degrees, the sun's blaring down, you know, it's just so hot, everything's wilting outside, you know, and they need water. So that's why too I was like, oh, we could probably go like another day. And then my dad's like, oh, you probably should water it. And then I started watering it. It looked like it was going to start downpouring, and I looked at my weather app and it said that there was a slight chance for rain, but that overnight we're supposed to get like a thunderstorm. And I was like, and it's like a really high percentage chance. We only watered it for like maybe 15 minutes or half hour or something like that. And then like I said, that's when I saw it and I was like, we don't need to water this. The rain will water it. So obviously if it like winds up passing over us or whatever and doesn't wind up actually raining, I can always go out there first thing in the morning and, you know, set up the hose and water it. But it already did get some watering, so it's really no big deal. But we got I saw all of our, I think the zucchini are coming up first, or squash or whatever we ended up planting, but we did acorn squash, butternut squash, spaghetti squash, zucchini, and summer squash. So we've got a lot of squashes out there all planted in the newest garden bed. We got all the potatoes planted in the one we finished from last week, and all of our tomato plants, some of them were not looking very good. Like, I don't know what the problem was. I don't know if maybe they because they were in like, I don't know, it was really weird, like because they were in such small containers, and they were pretty big plants actually, and then ended up, you know, going through some type of shock, or like, I don't know, you know, like root shock or like something like that, or they just weren't taking really well to the soil when we first planted them. But they're actually coming back and they're looking really strong. I added a little bit of coffee grounds around the bottom of it, because I guess that's high in, I think it's nitrogen, which can help and act as like a natural fertilizer too. And because it breaks down slower, and if you sort of just sprinkle it like around the base of the plant over time when you water it, slow fertilizer sort of, saw that was one of the things. So the ones that, there was only a couple of the plants, it was weird, that weren't looking that good, the tomato plants, and several of them, which were the smaller ones, looked better than the bigger ones. And some of their branches actually ended up, you know, falling off, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the whole plant is dying. But you can see there's actually new growth coming on where the old like little branches sort of fell off. But I think it's also a little bit to do with that fertilizing, which I just put on the ones that weren't looking so good, because I was like, if, you know, like they're really bad or something like that, then this isn't gonna do, you know, they're not gonna make it, then this isn't gonna do any more harm to them. And if they do, then maybe they just get an extra little boost, a little, you know, pick me up, a little coffee pick me up, or, you know, just sort of a little revitalizing, you know, them, and, you know, help them along as well. So that's why I was like, yay, they're doing so good. So maybe the coffee will actually also benefit them more, the ones that I did it on, versus the ones that were so much smaller that weren't doing that great. But I think it was just sort of like a shock from planting them, because the ones we ended up getting from the greenhouse, like we ended up getting them from a couple different places. Some of the varieties that we got were smaller and some of them were bigger, and the bigger ones were the ones that I noticed were really having this problem. Some of the smaller ones, and again, we got different varieties. My mom, I think, got 1 or 2 from Walmart. We picked up a couple from Menards and then picked up the rest from a greenhouse. The greenhouse ones were really big, but again, the like pots that they were planted in were kind of small. So I'm wondering if like they shot up, they were crazy huge and didn't have enough space to grow, and so that's why they went through sort of like a thing, I don't know, you know, and then took really well now that they have room to grow, sort of, or something like that. Like I said, I don't totally know, but they are doing well now, so that's really great. Our peppers are actually, it's weird, we got a poblano pepper plant, and the one that I have the little, like, you know, tag for is just flowers are just coming up. There's another one that I'm pretty sure was just a regular, like either a red or green bell pepper plant, that has started, like, I think it was actually like flowering when we planted it, and now the bell pepper is completely black and it looks like a poblano a little bit, but like the shape isn't the same. It looks shaped like a like bell pepper, but I'm totally terrified because I'm like, I don't want to eat it and like think that it's a like bell pepper, and it's not. We have one that's right next to it that is a bell pepper that has got 2 little green bell peppers on there, so that's doing really well. I think they're scarlet runner beans. Those ones are also doing really well. We planted 4 of them and 3 of them made it. We did those completely from seed starters that we did in the house, which we've also not really had much luck with in that aspect either, like starting from seed in the house in like seed starters. We start stuff from seed and just plant it like straight into the garden. I have not had a problem. Like zucchini stinking grows like crazy. But I have not had a lot of luck growing things, you know, starting them from seed earlier in the season and then planting them outside. But those ones all took really well. There was only one of, I think it was maybe the sugar snap pea that ended up making it. And it's really tiny right now. And then we also had a bunch of a little cluster of cucumber. I think 2 of those made it, and a little cluster, or no, maybe we had a little cluster of cucumber and several of those made it, and I think a little cluster of cantaloupe that we also did from seed, and one of those made it. We also had 2 different varieties of cantaloupe we got from a greenhouse. One, I think, honeydew, and 2 watermelons, which are already sort of starting to spread a little bit, which is a little scary. That's why we need to get our like A-frames so that they will just go up and, you know, enjoy climbing those and not trying to spread all over the place. So yeah guys, that is just a little update with the garden today too. But like I said, I felt so good. I got so much stuff accomplished, and I was like, now I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I have to finish this or do that tomorrow, because again, like Monday I spent the entire day, you know, not doing my normal Monday things. It's like every day has been sort of a day behind. Today I actually got all that stuff done that, you know, sort of I pushed into like the weekend sort of stuff, which is my weekend projects is when, you know, I have time for that stuff. And so I didn't want to push any of that stuff into you know, my other things going on. So I was happy I got all of that taken care of too. So anyways guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.